Come to your mat, come to a comfortable position. I hit the record button just now. Know that I record these classes and then I post them on YouTube. My YouTube channel is just plain Michael Rokovich, and not Mike Rokovich though, because that's some guy who likes to do wakeboarding. And then you can go back and refer to him or practice throughout the week. So, with your spine straight, either sitting up or lying down, close your eyes and begin to focus on your breath. Don't try and change it, just allow the breath to flow in and out, and place your attention on that. Allowing your mind to quiet down as you attend to your breath. Notice your bodies and all the places where you're in contact with the ground. Notice any sounds in your environment, any sensations within your body. Just begin to connect to the present moment. Let's begin to take a little bit more intentional control of our breath. Take a nice gentle inhale all the way in and all the way out. Let's do that again. Let's take a nice breath all the way in. Notice how your abdomen rises when you inhale. And as you relax, gently allow the breath to leave you, your abdomen falls. Inhaling, the abdomen rises up. Exhaling, the abdomen falls. Another big inhale all the way in. And let's hold our breath at the top of this. Inhale for a count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Holding for 12. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Holding for 16. Exhale for 8. Release your breath. Just come to your regular in and out of your breath. When you're ready, open your eyes. Let's start by rolling out the back of our neck, just kind of warming up. Inhale, and then exhale, drop your chin to your chest. On your inhale, roll your left ear up to the left shoulder. And then on the exhale, roll your chin back down to your chest. Next inhale, rolling your ear up to your right shoulder. Then exhale, coming back down. Let's continue this movement 3 or 4 times on your own breath. And just feel the muscles in your back of your neck beginning to warm up, stretching. If you feel any areas that are tense, tight, just go ahead and stay there for a minute and work on that spot.
Okay. What's going on with you? Oh, get off my mat.
So I've unmuted everyone, but if you need to speak to me, please feel free just to unmute yourself. It's just, it'll cut back a little bit on the some of the background noise. All right, reach around behind you, clasp your hands behind you. Press your heart forward, opening up the front of your chest. Lift your hands away from your bottom, kind of intensifying the stretch a little bit. This feels good. When your shoulders are pinched down behind you, you can tilt your head back, look up at the ceiling, and feel the muscles in the front of your throat also relaxing. Inhale, bringing your head back to normal. Release your hands. Grab your right wrist with your left hand. Gentle tug down, and then drop your left ear over to your left shoulder. Feeling the stretch all along this trapezius muscle on the top of your right shoulder. Here too, you can roll your head back and forth and look for any areas that might need a little bit of extra attention. Let's switch. Grab your left wrist, gentle tug down there, and then allow your right ear to fall over to the right shoulder. These seated movements like this are so helpful, even like if you've had a long day at the computer, or you've had a lot of seated TV time. These stretches will help you out. So let's go ahead and roll our shoulders out, big shoulder rollers towards the back. Throughout practice today, I urge you to engage your breath with your movement. Big full inhales, deep exhales. Now let's roll those shoulders forward. Very good. Coming to us to a place of stillness there. Let's go ahead, clasp your hands and interlace your fingers. Turn your palms away and press your palms away from you, straightening your arms as best you can. Feel the palms and the wrists get a good stretch here. Also, keyboarding. This is a keyboarding maintenance and carpal tunnel prevention. And with your hands remaining clasped, go ahead and make double fists here, and then just make a figure 8 motion with your wrists. 3 or 4 times one way, and then reverse your direction 3 or 4 times the other way too. Very good. Right now, inhaling, reaching arms up and overhead, palms facing one another, really reaching up. Very good. Arching your back slightly, looking up at the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands down into cactus arms. Inhale again. Pressing your heart forward, looking up. Exhale. Bring your elbows together, rounding your back, bringing your chin to your chest. Inhaling, opening your heart, looking up. Exhaling, bringing your elbows together, rounding your back, rounding your shoulders. Inhale, opening up again, lifting your heart. And from here, bring your right arm underneath your left. And then continue wrapping around. You can bring the tops of your hands together or your palms together into Garudasana or eagle arms. Now lift your elbows up to the level of your, wherever is comfortable, your nose or your shoulder level. Feel that stretch all along your back, upper back, shoulders. Inhale here. Exhale, unwrap. Come back into your cactus arms. Let's do it the other way, with bringing the left arm under the right. Wrapping arms around, Garudasana arms this way, lifting your elbows. Feeling the stretch kind of intensely, but in a different position here. Take a couple of breaths. Unwrapping your arms. And let's go ahead and do a little side stretch. So bring your right arm out to the side, arm is straight. Using that arm to kind of secure you onto your seat. Bring your left arm up and overhead, reaching straight up for the sky. Feeling that stretch all along the left side of your body. Look up at your hand. Remembering to breathe, big inhale. And as you exhale, bring that arm a little bit further on over, intensifying that stretch on the left side of your body. Exhale. Very good. Inhale, coming back up to the seat. Bring that hand out to the side and bring your right arm up and overhead, reaching up for the sky. Big inhale here, reaching up. And as you exhale, fold a little bit further over to the left, intensifying the stretch on the right-hand side of your body. Inhale, coming back up to a sit. Gentle seated stretch, a seated twist here. Bring your left hand to your right knee. Bring your right hand around behind you to the base of your spine. Use that hand to help you sit up nice and straight, keeping your spine straight. Extending to the crown of your head. Take a big inhale. Exhale, and look back over your right shoulder. On your next inhale, come forward, and let's go the other way. Bring your right hand to the left thigh. Left hand comes around behind you. Sitting up big and tall, inhale. Exhale, looking back over your left shoulder. Inhale, coming forward. I've noticed that yoga has helped me to define a new direction. Sometimes you have to look over your left shoulder, or sometimes you have to look over your right shoulder. Anyways, we're going to move on with a little breathing exercise, sitting up nice and tall. Let's do something a little different. We'll work on bhati breathing this time. Bhati breathing is a series of short exhales with passive inhalation. And I'll do a demonstration for you. It's the opposite of anatomic breathing. Because normally when you breathe, like when we were just relaxing and breathing, you take an inhale, your abdomen rises up because your pelvis pulls down and opens up your lungs. With Kapalbhati breathing, as we exhale, our abdomen goes in. So it's a forceful inhale, and let me demonstrate for you. So we'll take a nice big inhale, and then we'll exhale in short, sharp exhales while we retract our abdominal muscles. So I'll do the counting, and then we'll have a brief breath retention at the end. So sitting up nice and tall, bring your hand to your abdomen so you can feel this. Take a nice gentle inhale all the way in, and all the way out. One more big inhale for khapal bhati, and begin. And relax, releasing your breath. Take a nice, gentle couple breaths at your own. Let's take a nice, gentle inhale all the way in. Hold your breath for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, relax, and release your breath. Second round, take a nice big inhale all the way in for khapal bhati. And begin. And release. Take a couple breaths on your own. Now take a nice gentle inhale all the way in. Retaining your breath for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, releasing your breath. Couple breaths on your own. Praying for our final round. Let's take a nice big inhale all the way in. And begin. And release. Take a nice gentle inhale all the way in. And holding for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release your breath. Rest your hand on your knee, close your eyes, and just sit still, observing your body, observing your breath, and the way you feel after that practice. When you're ready, remove your block and come find yourself in a tabletop position. Hands and knees. So we'll start off with just some positional reminders. For all of our positions where we're on our hands,
We want our hands to be nice and flat. Pressing down into the knuckle of your thumb, your index finger, and your pinky finger. All your fingers are nice and spread and flat on the mat as well. Index fingers pointing directly forward to the front of your mat. Your wrists are squared towards the front of the mat too. And if you have a blanket or a towel, you may want to use it to pad your knees. You want to position your wrists over your shoulders, under your shoulders, knees under your hips. For me, I like to tuck my toes like this because it provides me extra stability. Now, with big inhale, lift your head, lift your tail, and drop your heart down towards the mat. And then exhale, tuck your chin, round your back, tuck your tail, and pull your navel into your spine. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, coming down, rounding the back, pulling in the navel. Inhaling up, and exhaling down. Let's do this a few times on your own. Mobilizing your spine. Warming up all those connective tissues and muscles that support you. Very good. Coming back to a neutral position. Inhale. And then exhale, looking back from side to side. Inhale, coming forward. And then exhale, looking back to the other side. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, looking back to the other side. Continue this movement on your own. Finding the places where it feels best to stretch and working on those areas. Very good. Coming back to a neutral position, walk your hands out ahead of you. Out to the top of your mat, arms are nice and straight. Melt your heart down towards the mat. Bringing your arms up alongside your ears. You might want to look up to your hands, bringing your chin towards the mat, opening up the front of your shoulders, opening up your lats, your chest, arching your back slightly, puppy pose. Remember to engage your breath. Using your exhale to allow you to relax. Good. Inhale, coming up a little bit. Thread your left arm underneath your right and bring your left shoulder to the mat. And look up at the sky underneath your right arm. Couple breaths here. And press down into that right hand, coming back up. Bringing your left hand alongside the right. Now, same movement on the other direction. Inhale, bringing and exhale, bringing your right shoulder to the mat as you reach under the left arm and look up at the sky. Twisting to look up at the sky. Very good. Coming back up, bringing your left arm and right arm back to alongside one another. Back into puppy pose, resting your heart down towards the mat. And on your next inhale, coming back up and walk your hands back underneath you. All right. Now let's work on our balancing stick and gate pose. So bring your left foot out behind you. Left leg is straight. Bring your right arm straight up and out and alongside your right ear. Now lift your left heel, coming to balancing stick pose. Reaching the hand and the foot away from one another. Engaging your core muscles for stability. Very good. Point your left toes up towards the sky. Reach around with your right hand to grab your foot. Now kick your foot into your hand, opening up that right shoulder. Inhale. With your next exhale, release your foot. Come back to your balancing stick. And then bring your hand and foot back down to the mat. Let's do the other side. Bring your right foot straight behind. Leg is straight. Bring the left arm straight up alongside your left ear. Reaching away. Lift your right foot up so that you're reaching your foot away from the hand, creating a nice line of energy from the heel of the right foot out the fingertips of the left hand. Very good. Engaging your core. Remember to breathe. Point your right toes up to the sky, reach around and grab your foot. Kick your foot into your hand. Open the left shoulder. Very good. Release that foot. Come back to your balancing stick. And then bring your hand and foot back down to the mat. Well, we kick our left foot out to the side of the mat. Provide stability. Bring the right foot straight out behind. So you've got a straight line from the right foot, left knee, left hand. Bring the right arm straight up to the sky. Reaching the arms away from one another. Supported side plank. Now, if this feels good and you'd like to try something a little bit more challenging, engage your core muscles and lift that left knee up off the mat. Very good. Bring that knee back down and bring the right hand back down to the mat. Let's do the other side. Bring the right foot out, right toes out to the side of the mat. Left. Create a straight line from the left foot to the right knee to the right hand. Left arm up to the sky. Side plank. Now, engaging your core, lift that right knee up off the mat. Exhaling, bring the knee back down, bring the hand back down, coming back to your balancing stick, or coming back to your tabletop. All right. Walk your hands up to the front, to the top of the mat. Hands are nice and flat. Tuck your toes. Now lift your hips, lift your knees, lifting them both up towards the sky, pressing your heart down towards your feet, downward facing dog. It's okay if your knees are a little bent here. Really, it's important that your spine is nice and straight. You might want to pedal your feet out, starting to warm up those muscles in the backs of your legs. And then come to a place of stillness, pressing your heels down towards the mat, pressing your heart down towards your feet, pressing your strong hands into the mat. Allow your head to hang down towards the floor, relaxing the muscles of your neck. Shake your head, yes and no. When you're ready, walk your feet up between your hands. Leave a bend in your knees. Rest your lower ribs on your thighs. Allow the top of your head to hang down towards the mat. Stretching out the whole back side of your back and your upper glutes. Allow your arms to hang down towards the mat. Very good. Then you might want to straighten one leg and then the other. Begin to push those knees straight and feel a stretch along the back of your legs. Inhale and come up about halfway. Bring your hands to your knees. Put them straight back. Press your heart down towards your feet. And continue looking down at your feet. We're just a couple of feet ahead of you. Very good. Another bend in the knees. Now bring your hands to your hips, leading with your heart, hinging up from the hips, come up to a standing position. Now bring your arms up and overhead, reaching for the sky, palms facing one another, hands are about shoulder width apart. Inhale and then exhale, pulling that energy down, hands together at your heart center. Anjali Mudra. Inhale. Exhale, drop your hands to your side, finding yourself in Tadasana pose. All these same points of alignment can continue to matter. You want to have your shoulders in line with your hips and your hips in line with your ankles, palms facing forward, shoulders are on the back, roll into the back of your body. Pressing down into all three corners of your feet, pressing down into all 10 toes, mountain pose. Strong and stable. You can practice this pose while you're standing at your desk, standing in the grocery line. Inhale, raise your hands to your heart, and exhale. Inhale, raising your arms up and overhead, reaching for the sky, arching back. And then exhale, folding forward, bring your hands to the mat. Inhale, taking a big step back with your left foot, all the way back. Drop your left knee and press your heart forward. I like to use blocks here. It allows me to bring my torso straighter, and I can straighten my spine and press my heart forward. Let's stay here for just a couple minutes, allowing the front of this left hip to open up. You may want to engage your gluteal muscles on that left leg, and you'll find it'll give you a little bit more space in the front of that hip. Take a big inhale, and take a step back to the top of a plank. Stay here in our plank for 15 seconds. Engage your core muscles, pulling your navel in towards your spine. Engage your glutes, your abdomen, your oblique muscles along the side of your body and your shoulders. Everybody thinks of their core muscle as their abdomen, but really it's a sheath that really encircles your entire torso. Exhale, drop your knees, chest, and forehead towards the mat. As you slide forward, press your pelvis into the mat, the tops of your feet, press them both into the mat. You'll notice that my knees lifted up off the mat. Now inhaling, lift your chest and shoulders, looking forward. Bhujangasana pose, cobra pose, just using the muscles of your back. Exhale, tuck your toes, coming up through your tabletop, into downward facing dog. Lift your knees and hips towards the sky. Press your heels towards the mat. Press your heart towards your feet. Let's take 2 breaths here. And on your next big inhale, lift that left foot up directly behind you. Bring the knee in towards your nose and step down between your hands. Drop your right knee and press your heart forward. Couple breaths here. Engage those right glutes. Open up the right hip. Press your heart forward. Look forward. And on your next big inhale, step forward. Exhale, fold forward, touch the mat. Inhale, bringing your arms up and overhead, reaching for the sky, arching back. And exhale, hands to your heart. Nice. Beginning to warm up with our sun salute. Inhale, reaching up and overhead. Exhale, folding forward, touch the mat. Inhale, taking a big step back with the right foot. Drop the right knee. Press your heart forward. Look forward. Very good. Pressing down into your right hand. Bring your left hand straight up and overhead. Looking back over at your left hand. Inhale here. And exhale, bring your hand back down to the mat. Next inhale, step back to the top of the plank. Drop your knees, chest, forehead. Sliding forward, Bhujangasana. Press your tops of your feet into the mat. Looking forward, lift your shoulders and chest. Exhale, tuck your toes. Lift your knees and hips. Downward facing dog. On the next inhale, stepping forward with the right foot. Drop your left knee. Press your heart forward. Looking forward. Exhale, reaching the right hand up to the sky, coming into a twist. Inhale. Exhale, bringing that hand back down to the mat. Inhale, pressing your heart forward. Exhale, stepping forward, folding forward. Inhale, bringing the arms up and overhead, arching back. Exhale, hands to your heart. We're going to go through that series a couple more times. This time we're going to link it with our breath. One breath, one movement. So, bringing your hands to your heart. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reaching up, arching back. Exhale, folding forward, touch the mat. Inhale, stepping back with the left, drop the knee, looking forward. Retain your breath, step back with the right. Exhale, drop your knees, chest and forehead, sliding forward. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your knees and hips downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping forward with the left. Drop the right knee, looking forward. Exhale, stepping forward with the right, folding forward. Inhale, reaching up and overhead. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reaching. Exhale, folding and touch the mat. Big inhale, step back with the right. Drop the knee, press your heart forward. Retain your breath. Step back with the left. Exhale, drop your knees, chest and forehead. Sliding forward. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your knees and hips downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping forward with the right. Press your heart forward. Exhale. Stepping forward with the left, folding forward. Inhale, reaching up and overhead. Arching back. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands to your side. Mountain pose. Very good. Come to lying down on your back. I'm going to remove my blanket here. Let's just stretch out for just a sec. Catch our breath. Stretch your legs out before you. Let your arms come out to your sides, palms facing up. Allow yourself to just relax for a moment. Let's a good warm up. Let your heart rate come back to normal. Very good. Next, preparing for Savasana, shoulder stand. So bringing your hands down to the mat, palms facing down. Press down into the mat, rolling your bottom and your knees up towards your nose. Point your feet up towards the sky and catch your lower back with your hands. From this point, it's a lot of adjustment in this pose. Work your elbows behind you, work your hands up your back, and extend your feet up to the sky. You're resting on your shoulders and your elbows primarily. If you're feeling a whole lot of conviction in the back of your neck, then back off a little bit. Like we're standing on the ceiling, extend your heels up to the sky, trying to create that same alignment with your ankles over your hips and your hips over your shoulders. One more big inhale here. And if this feels good, you can bring your toes down towards the floor behind your head for halasana pose, plow pose. Just come as far as it feels good. It doesn't matter if your toes touch the floor. If they do touch the floor, you can clasp your hands and place them down to the floor, or you can continue to support your low back. When you've had enough of this, bring the feet back up overhead, and then roll gently back down to the mat. Good, good. Extending your legs out before you again. Bring your feet together. Coming up onto your elbows again. You might want to tuck your hands underneath your bottom. We're going to go into fish pose, Matsyasana. So point your toes, straighten your legs. While you're resting on your elbows, lift your heart towards the sky. Now that your shoulders are behind you and your heart is lifted to the sky, allow the top of your head to tilt back until it's facing towards the floor. Continue lifting your heart as you slide back and allow the crown of your head to rest on the mat. Continue to press down into your heels, lifting your heart. Very good, Kelly. Joanne, fine work. Kieran, good work. When you're done with this, lift your head, look back down at your feet, and then roll one vertebra at a time back down to the mat, releasing your hands. Vedic lore says that Lord Shiva was talking to his consort Parvati alongside a river, talking to her about the finer points of yoga. When he noticed that the fish were paying attention, he was so impressed with the fish with their concentration that he gave them special powers, and he named him Matsyendra. He became the sage Matsyendra, and this is the pose that was named after him. Bring your feet in towards your bottom with the soles of your feet on the floor. Bring them into just about where you can touch your heels with the tips of your fingers. Going into bridge pose, press down into your feet, lifting your pelvis up towards the sky. Now you have a choice here. You can reach underneath you and clasp your hands, pressing your clasped hands and arms into the mat, working your shoulders onto the back of your body. If you don't want to do this, you can just push your elbows into the mat and point your fingertips up towards the sky. Pressing down into your upper arms, lifting your pelvis up to the sky, lifting your heart, contracting all the muscles all along the back of your body, from your hamstrings, your glutes, your low back, and your upper back. Big inhale, exhale, lowering your bridge back down to the mat. Very good. If Chakrasana is part of your practice, the back bend is part of your practice, we're all going to go back into our bridge. If you'd like to go into your Chakrasana, now would be a good time. So inhaling, lifting your bridge, lifting your pelvis up to the sky, clasping your hands underneath you, lifting your heart, lifting your bridge. Very good. Now, big inhale, lift your left foot up, press your heel up to the sky. Excellent. Fine work. Exhale, bring that foot back down. Inhaling, bring the right foot up to the sky. Inhaling, exhaling, bring that foot back down to the mat. Release your hands and lowering your bridge. Very good. Straighten the right leg and bring the left knee in towards you, pulling. Clasp your hands around the left knee and pull it in towards your chest. Wind relieving pose. We're all in our own living rooms here. Just let it go. Just kidding. Not you, Karen. Inhale, exhale, release that leg. Straightening the left leg, pull the right knee in towards you. Releasing that leg. Come out in front of you. And then let's come up to a seated position with our legs extended out in front. Preparing for Paschimottanasana, which is forward fold. So it's okay if you'd like to leave a little bend in your break in your knees. This is going to be an intense stretch of the back of our body. So inhale, reaching up, both arms straight up towards the sky. Exhale, folding, hinging from the hips, fold forward. Grab your shins, your ankles, or your feet. Extending your heart out towards your feet. Feeling the stretch all along the back of your body. When you're at the extent of your reach, allow your chin to fall down toward your chest. You might want to work straightening your legs a little bit so you can feel that stretch in the back of your legs. If you start feeling any strain or stress in the low back, that would be a cue that you've gone far enough. Maybe back off. Yoga is the opposite of no pain, no gain. It's no pain, all gain. Staying here for 4 more breaths. Allow yourself to just relax into this posture. Allow all those muscles in the back of your body that we were working to lengthen and relax. On the next big inhale, engage your core muscles and come back up to a seated position, straightening the legs out. front of you. You can bring your hands to the mat behind you, maybe about 6 inches or a hand's breadth behind your bottom. Your fingers are pointing down towards your toes, pressing down into your strong hands and arms. Lift your pelvis up towards the sky. Tilt your head back and look up at the sky, creating an upward facing plank, reverse plank. Remember to breathe, engaging your core, lifting your pelvis up to the sky. Great job, Kelly. Exhale, dropping your bottom back down to the mat. And back to a sit. Let's do a seated twist here. So you want to bring your right foot up and over the left. Bring your sole of your foot to the mat on the outside of your left thigh. Tuck your left foot under if it feels good. You want to continue to be able to sit on both of your sitting bones. If you can't, go ahead and leave that bottom leg outstretched if it feels better. So inhaling, sitting up straight and tall. Bring your left hand around behind you. Your right hand around behind you, at the base of your spine. Lift your left arm straight up to the sky. Look up at your left hand. Inhale, and then exhale. Reach around the right thigh. Look back over the right shoulder. Ardha Matsyendrasana, the seated twist. It's half Lord of the Fishes, Ardha Matsyendrasana. So it's that same guy that we were talking about, who got his street cred from Shiva himself. Press that right toe into the mat. That may give you a little bit more space to look back, twist a little bit deeper. I really feel this in my right hip, outside of the right hip. Feels good. Big inhale here. Exhale, release this posture, untwist. And then look back to the left for a slight counter twist. Legs out in front of you again. And then switch. So we're going to bring our left foot to the outside of our right thigh with your sole of your foot on the mat. We'll tuck the right foot underneath, sitting up nice and tall. Bring the left hand around behind to support you, reaching up and out of your hips. Look up at the right hand. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Look back over the left shoulder. Hug that left leg into you. And look back. Next big inhale, coming forward. Continuing to rotate all the way over to the right side, looking back over the right shoulder for a counter twist, and then back to neutral. Extend those legs out in front of you. Actually, bring the soles of the feet in together and pull them in towards your bottom. You can hold those feet together and allow the weight of the knees to just falling towards the floor to open up and stretch these muscles of your groin and the inside of your legs. If you like, you can clasp your ankles and use your elbows to press gently down on your knees. That will kind of intensify that stretch a little bit. At the same time, you don't really want to round your back here. You want to press your heart forward towards the feet, keeping your back in some nice anatomical alignment. Sometimes it feels good just kind of flap your knees. Good. And let's go ahead and press your feet away from you. Oh, maybe 6-8 inches, so that you're kind of creating a diamond shape with your legs. And then sitting up nice and tall, extending the crown of your head towards the sky. Exhale and press your heart down towards your feet, folding over the diamond legs. Doesn't matter how far you go. It's all within you. So you just come to the extent of your stretch where it feels good in your back, feels good in your hips, and that's where you are. Inhale, you extend your spine. Exhale, we relax, release, and fold a little bit deeper. Bringing your head down towards your feet. Good, inhaling, coming back up. And let's come to a standing position on the front, at the front of our mat again. I got you guys going up and down today. Let's flow through our Warrior 2 series real quick. So first, let's bring our left foot to the left front corner of the mat. Take a big double step back with the right foot, and it's in line with the left foot. So you've got the heel to heel alignment or heel to arch alignment. The left foot is pointing directly off the front of your mat, and the right foot is pointing off to the side. Opening your hips towards the side of your mat. Bring your hands up and extend them in front and back. Very good. Warrior 2, gazing out over the fingers of the left hand. Sinking down into that left knee, pressing into the outside edge of your right foot. Flip that left hand over, bring the hand straight up and overhead. Let the right hand go down your leg for support, reaching up and out of your hips. Reversing your warrior. Look up at your hand. Continue to open up your hips to the side. Big inhale. Exhale, coming forward. Bring that left elbow to the left knee. Bring your right hand straight up and overhead. Extending towards the sky. Reaching. Very good. And then you bring that hand straight up and overhead, creating a straight line of energy from that right hand all the way to the right heel. Looking good, Jackie. Very good. Coming back up to your Warrior 2. Straightening that left leg. It's taking a little half a step in with the right foot. Continuing with with your hips pointing off to the side of the mat. Straight legs. You may want to use your block here. Shift your hips back in space. Reach out with the left hand and then down to your block. Both legs are straight, pressing down into both feet. Bring that right hand up to the sky. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Look up at the right hand. Continue to breathe. Use your Ujjayi breath if you have it. On your next exhale, bring that hand back down to the other. Bend that left knee a little bit and step forward with the right foot. Both feet are together, rolling back up to a standing position. Awesome. Let's do the other side. I'm just going to turn this way so I can continue facing you. So, bringing your right foot to the right front corner of your mat. Take a big double step back with the left. Right. Sinking down into that right knee so that the right knee is over the right ankle, pressing down into the outside edge of the left. Torso is up nice and tall. Arms stretched out to the front and back. Gazing out over the fingers of the right hand. Engaging your core muscles. Tucking your tailbone under. You want to make sure your knee is still over your ankle. Flip that right hand over. Take a big inhale and lift that arm straight up and overhead. Reaching for the sky. Use your left hand to support you. Reversing your warrior. Big inhale. Exhale, right elbow to right knee. Left arm comes up and overhead. Straight line of energy from the left heel to the left fingertips. Feeling that stretch all along the left side of your body. Feels great. On your next big inhale, come hinging back up to your warrior two. Inhale, straightening that right knee. Stepping in slightly with the left. Tuck your pelvis back and tuck your hips back in space. Leading with the heart. Leading with that left hand down to the mat. Left arm straight up to the sky. Triangle pose. Trikonasana. Looking good, Joanne. Really reaching away, hands away from one another. Inhale. Exhale, bend that right knee and step your left foot next to the right. And then roll back up to a standing position. Very good. Okay, coming back to the center of the mat. Let's work on our tree pose. A little bit of balancing work here. So we're standing in Tadasana pose. Nice alignment. Allow your weight to shift over to your right foot. When all that weight is over there, bring your left foot into the right leg. You can either use it as a kickstand, you can put your foot onto your calf, or you can bring it in to your thigh. Really pressing your foot into your thigh. Bring your hands to your heart. Engage your core. Extending to the crown of your head. Inhale, reaching your arms up and overhead. Growing the tree's branches. You want to wiggle your leaves. Very good. And exhale, lower your hands, grab your left knee and pull it in towards your chest. Inhale, and then exhale, bring that foot back down before you fall down. At least that's me. Let's do the other side. Shifting our weight into the left foot, bring the right foot in into the left. Pressing the sole of your foot into the calf or the thigh. Hands to your heart, balancing, extending to the crown of your head. Notice all the little minute adjustments that your body is making to keep you in this balanced pose. Inhaling your arms up and overhead, if that feels good. Bringing that right knee in, hugging it into your chest. And when you're done with that, gently releasing that foot back down to the mat. All right. Now we're strong and balanced. Let's come to lying on our mat. Couple more gentle poses, and then we're going to just relax this out. So extending our feet out. Why don't we bring your left foot in, just till the sole of the foot is flat on the mat. Then cross it over to the outside of your right thigh. Extend your left arm out to the side. Look over at your left hand and allow your right knee or your left knee to fall over to the right. You might want to put your right hand on the knee. It gives it a little bit of added weight. You want to make sure both shoulders remain in contact with the mat. Supine twist. You twist, long, gentle twist through the whole length of your spine. Relax here. Release it. Inhaling, bring that knee back up, untwisting, coming back to lying on our back, extend that left leg out before you, cross the right over the left. You may want to shift your hips over to the right a little bit, allow your right knee to fall over to the left, and look out, extend your right arm out, and look over at your right hand. You're good. Inhaling, bringing the knee back up. Extending your legs out below you. Let your legs be slightly spread and let your toes fall out to the side. Let your shoulders be on the back of your body. Arms are away from your body. Palms facing upward. Close your eyes. And allow yourself to release into the mat. Scan your body for any areas of tension. And when you find them, just intentionally release any tension that you might have. Sinking down into the mat. Resting in Shavasana. It's time to come back into your bodies. Big inhale. Begin wiggling your fingers and your toes. Rolling out the wrists and ankles. Big stretch. Arms up and overhead. Stretching the left and the right side of your body. When you're ready, roll over to your right. Pull your knees in. Rest yourself up to a seated position. Let's complete our class today with one nice, long, sustained Om, so we can realign the chakras of the world. I think that it can use it. Big inhale here for the sound of Om. Your hands to your heart. It was a pleasure practicing with you all. Come join me again. Practice with me during the week. It was a pleasure. Namaste.
That was great, Mikey.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thanks for
good
coming,
weekend.
everyone. Have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend. Thanks again. That was fabulous.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for coming.
Woo! I feel
All
like
right.
20 years
That's
old
terrific.
today. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye. Teresa, thanks again for coming.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.